Conversations with Christy and Eric.
I say we start this episode out with our tasting first.
You know what? Let's live the life.
Okay.
I know you missed it.
Today I made a strawberry Brita cake. It's a Scandinavian dessert. Yeah, that I got off of the Pastry from Jen website. And it's cake topped with meringue, topped with whipped cream and fruit.
Oh, that's the white stuff. Ooh. I like this. It's a subtle sweetness.
Keep going, Eric.
Keep going. Subtle sweetness, light, fluffy. Well, actually, the cake itself is denser.
Get a berry of everything. Get a berry, the meringue, and the cake, and the whipped cream. Get the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think?
I love it.
It's really great, isn't it?
It is, because it's like the cake is dense, but moist, and then the meringue has this crunchy flakiness, and then the whipped cream
and
is
the fruit.
Sweet, and as well as the fruit sweetness.
It's delicious, isn't it?
It is. I will be taking the rest of this with me.
Okay, that's fine. No, but seriously, it's amazing. It's amazing. I've made it a couple times. Laura is in love with this, so I'll be taking her some today.
No, you won't.
And then I'm going to make another one for Shannon tomorrow. I'll send some home with you.
Some.
It's delicious.
I've been craving that. I didn't realize it.
It's delicious, isn't it?
Oh, it's a winner.
I know. It's hard being me. It's hard being me. Okay, so...
Good levels.
Eric, I need for you to explain something to me.
Yes, please. Anything. All the time. Maybe. We'll see.
Tell me what Onlyfans is.
The fact that you think I know? I am so offended. Just kidding. Of course I know what Onlyfans is. OnlyFans is a website, like a pay-per-view kind of website where people do various acts on camera, and you pay a monthly subscription for individual view. Not individual, but for one person. Let's say I want to subscribe to one person's OnlyFans. I pay a certain fee every month to that person.
What are they doing? What am I saying to see?
The things I think of is usually things that are not suitable for work, that are more maybe more sex related, but not all. And I can't say so typically I don't really like to pay for my explicit content. So I'm not as familiar with OnlyFans as other people may be.
But I've heard that people so I guess it's for people's kinks, but I've heard that...
Not just kinks, but whatever. It could also be getting to know a person, like getting, maybe kinks, I guess. I don't know. I just feel like kinks has such a negative connotation to it.
I don't know why, but here's the thing.
Either. There's nothing wrong
I heard, people make millions of dollars with their feet.
Oh, I mean, not just their feet, with whatever it is, and that's the thing. It's not all the content is explicit. Not all of it is nudity, or explicit nudity, or sexual acts. And people can make lots and lots of money, which is what I think is surprising a lot of people, too, is because in the past we would never think that being online or being an influencer or being anything of that nature, you can make
So it's basically just for sex workers to increase their payload.
It's another way, another avenue, a safer avenue, I would say, for those who want to be sex workers, just because, one, it's not mandated, but regulated. There we go.
Oh, it is?
I mean, it's regulated in the sense that you can control who you're doing it with, whereas sex workers who are out on the street.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? The safety part goes up,
right?
I would say. And then also the variety of things you can do.
I mean, I feel like the only thing that I want to do in OnlyFans is you and I eating things and talking about it to the camera.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah? How much money do you think we can make?
I don't know.
I mean, how much do you charge per episode?
$5 a month.
$5 a month?
Well, think about it.
Well, also,
how many people you get subscribing, it adds up.
But then how do you advertise on the OnlyFans?
I mean, I think you do it through all your other social media. Like, you can go through and look at TikTok, and people will have in their, in their thing, my OnlyFans link, or they'll have their other links and stuff.
Are you kidding me?
Or on their Instagram, Twitter. I mean, that's where it is. I mean, that's how they get it word out. TikTok, you show up on TikTok, do videos. The same way we would do our podcast, the things that we would want people to watch us.
Okay.
That's what they do.
And you can charge. So if you charge $5, how many times are you posting per month?
And that's the thing. It depends. I don't know. I think the ones that make the most money, I hear they are the ones who are having the most content. There's lots of things that they're doing.
And they can charge more, too.
And they can charge more. And then, I mean, I feel like the workload or things that some people have to do, because they're posting all the time, you have to think about making videos, how, editing them, making them, and I don't know. That just seems like a lot of work.
Right. So my favorite, I have two people that I watch on YouTube
She
regularly.
would say OnlyFans. I was like, oh my gosh, she's playing with me. She just wanted to know if I knew.
No.
I knew it.
But just on YouTube. And one is Linnea and Nikayla, and the other one is Carolyn Winkler. And they have both talked. They both do excellent videos. And they have both talked about how they do a minimum of 40 hours a week on their videos.
At least.
So if you're doing 40 hours a week on one video, you don't have a lot of time. Plus, creating content takes time.
Exactly.
And Carolyn actually scripts hers.
Well, no, and that's what you make plans for it because you want to. And you need to know your audience. You need to know what they're looking for. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'm sure they even request things or can request things and things like that.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
I would assume.
Sometimes people do a Q&A on their Instagram, and then they just answer questions on their YouTube, like, you want to know this, blah, 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 blah. Nobody ever asks us any questions.
You guys can.
We're happy to, we'll give you our OnlyFans account if you ask us questions. I'm just kidding. There's no OnlyFans account, but I just think it's ludicrous. I do. I want to see it, but I don't want to pay for it or sign up for it.
Exactly. So then we will go, let's see if we can find some for free. I'm sure there might be free ones.
Free OnlyFans
Maybe.
videos?
There's possible.
I mean, anything is possible.
Exactly. We'll Google it. Google has everything. Okay. I feel like enough with the OnlyFans at this moment. We'll come back to it after we log into it.
We can never stop talking about it.
And we watch a few videos.
We can never stop talking about it.
And make our own content. We'll let you know, okay? What else do we... You know what we did last week that I enjoyed? There's several things that we did last week that we enjoyed. Or that I enjoyed.
What did we do?
This one right here.
We went to see Six. We went to Los Angeles, and we saw it at the Pantages Theater.
Pantages Theater in Hollywood.
And Eric, tell them what Six is about.
Six is about the 6 ex-wives of Henry VIII.
Uh-huh.
Henry VIII. Prior to this, I'm not as
familiar.
I knew him and I heard of him, but honestly, I can care less about him and his history.
Okay.
Until now.
What it is it's a competition among the 6 wives to talk about whose life was the worst.
Yes, who had the worst to deal with him.
And then the other cute thing about it is each queen is a common day singer.
Yes, they all basically think of it. It's a 80-minute concert, no intermission, and each of them are
one is Beyonce, one's Adele,
one's Rihanna, Lily Allen.
Yeah, one's Lily Allen, and then one's Britney. One's Britney Spears, the pink hair. Remember
Britney and Ariana Grande. They have a couple two pop divas pretty much that influence their style, what they're singing, how they sing.
Right. It's real cute.
Oh, I love it. I've seen it 2 times.
The Pantages Theater. The Pantages Theater is astounding.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
The architect.
Every single place you look, it's stunning.
Something ornate.
Really, really gorgeous. Really, really gorgeous. So, Eric got these tickets because we try to do something at the end of school year. And that was a really sweet idea until we found out that we were both working that whole day for summer school.
What?
Which, okay.
It's
so
fine.
We worked the whole day.
I'll read my contract better.
We drive down to LA. We watched the show, and then we spent the night at this hotel. And, I mean, literally, I was dead on my feet. Eric, who had driven the whole way, he was fresh. He wanted to go
live
walk
my life.
around.
I got to.
Okay. So the next day we got up, and we had breakfast, and we went to the mall there at Tejon. What do we call it?
Oh, the outlet mall.
Yeah, we went to the outlet malls.
Right after the Grapevine when you're going north.
Uh-huh. And then we're driving home, and Eric says, "Hey, Christy, you want to stop at Allensworth?"
Oh, yeah.
And I say, "Why, yes, I do." And so Allensworth...
We'll add some pictures in somewhere here.
Explain what Allensworth is so I don't misquote.
It is the first African-American city founded in California.
Yes, and when we went there, it was very, very warm, and there was a billion people there.
Yes.
It was very, very busy.
Oh, yes, it was very busy to the fact that the parking lot was full. People had to park a block and then down the street.
It was crazy. So we just drove through.
Just looking to see, and it was interesting.
I would rather go on a day that it was cooler and walk.
Well, of course. To actually go inside the buildings and look around. But it was a hot day, and I don't do well in the heat.
No. But so we drove, and I was happy. I was actually happy to go. I thought it was interesting enough.
Oh, yeah. And I definitely go back again to look.
You had been already.
Yes, I had been, because in college I did a project on so that's how I knew about it. But what's interesting is that there's lots of different places that were founded by African American people that we don't know about anymore.
Like where?
One Central Park. There was a town there called Seneca Village that was founded by free African Americans who owned homes.
And then when was it taken away? Do you know?
I can't off the top of my head. I want to say 1840 something or other, but I don't remember exactly.
And just physically taken away?
It was physically because they used laws, or the city of New York used laws of eminent domain to be able to move the people who were living there and take back the land, and some had to be removed forcefully.
And do you know how many people live there?
I do not.
No,
I do not, but I know that that's one of many different places in the United States that were founded by African Americans and that were later
just
gone.
Solely African American.
Yes.
I want you to know that there were not very many white people at Allensworth that day.
No, there were not. Wow.
I know.
Wow.
I was the minority. I'm fine with that.
Welcome.
I mean, I was with you, so
Welcome.
nothing was going to happen. But nothing was going to happen anyway. What are we talking about?
There we go.
But see, my mom always says, "Oh, you're with Eric. Nothing will happen." And I always think, Mom, do you know how fast he runs?
Fight or flight every
Get
time.
Run out. Anyway,
someone's running, you run with them. You find out later why.
You take something and you run with them.
Yeah, you need protection.
So we're going to put some photos in for the Brita cake. We're going to put some photos in of Allensworth.
Yes.
And maybe we can find some photos of 6.
We can, and I will.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week.
Bye.